Hi again, Margot Krasny here from the Speak Up program with a few more words on how to present effectively. For this video, we're going to discuss content, how you structure your content, how you get your message across, how you meet your audience's needs. For those of you with whom I've worked, you know that's always been my primary focus. Audience first. Now, in my book, Say It With Confidence, on page 164, there's a chart along with an entire chapter on all the different ways to structure a presentation. But for our purposes, here are the basics. 1, who's in your audience? 2, what motivates them professionally? If you can find out. 3, what motivates them personally? And 4, what action do you want them to take after you've finished speaking? Don't say applaud. This is not about applause. This is about an action that relates to what you've presented. Buy my product. Implement the ideas I've just put forth. Accept my suggestion. Whatever. It's an action. And then you're going to strategize your presentation using what you want and relating it exactly to what motivates them. And then there are the tactics. Now, after I finished the book, a gentleman came to me, and his situation was such that it's one of my favorite ones to use to describe what I'm talking about. He was the president of a company. The company was part of a conglomerate. He never came away from a meeting with the chairman feeling that he had done a good job. He never felt he got what he wanted, etc. I said, all right, let's do the process. Start with 1. We know it's the chairman. What motivates him professionally? He said, bottom line. I said, what else? Bottom line. I said, nothing else? He said, nothing else. Bottom line. It's a public company. Investors, bottom line. Okay. What about personally? Do you have any idea? Money. I said, really? He said, money. I said, okay. And what do you want him to do? I want him to invest more in my company. My people are getting restless. They want raises. I need some help from him. So then how do you strategize your presentation? What do you talk to him about when you go and speak to him? He said, my people, how wonderful they are, how creative they are. I said, whoa, hold it. He only cares about money. Why are you talking about your people? He said, because that's who I'm trying to talk about. I said, but he doesn't care about your people. You need to talk about the bottom line, and you can use your people and what they do as tactics as to how they are getting the bottom line, but you can't talk about your people to him if he only cares about the bottom line. So that explains a little bit about strategy. As far as the storytelling part, you should really treat your presentation as a newspaper column. Think of the headline first, what's called the deck, which is the smaller headline next, and the opening paragraph. But you don't want to, number 1, bury the lead. You don't want to put the most important thing at the end because your audience doesn't have the patience for that. You want that at the beginning. And the other thing is, you don't want to sound like you're delivering the Gettysburg Address. You want to speak as you normally speak, as I'm speaking to you. What I say to clients is, if you don't say it at lunch with a client, please don't say it in a presentation. We do not go to lunch and say, at least we didn't in the days when we could go out to lunch. Right now, we're not that much, but in the future when we go out to lunch, we don't sit down and say, today we are going to have lunch. And first, the waiter's going to bring us a menu. We sit down and say, what would you like to eat? It's the same thing. I don't want to hear a presentation that starts, today we are going to talk about. Please don't do that. Okay, so that's it for now. There'll be another video after this. In the meantime, You can email me with any questions you have. And please, stay safe.